Welcome back, everybody. Studies have shown that 40% of homeless youth are LGBTQ, and the #1 reason they are homeless is the fact that their families just cannot accept them for who they are.
At any given moment, it's estimated there are 400 homeless youth in the city and only 16 emergency shelter beds. So here to tell us about a fun event that will help those youth adults beat the odds are Brad Schlaikowski, founder of Courage MKE, and Julie Bock from Pathfinders. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Great to see you both.
Staggering statistics there, how many people are homeless, especially teens, and how few beds there are for them to feel safe. Are those Milwaukee numbers here in town?
Yes, they are.
Wow. So when people say there's that many people out there, there's only that many beds, where does that leave the rest? On the street?
On the street, and in Milwaukee, homelessness, and especially youth homelessness, isn't very visible. It's not like sometimes in the coasts where you see people on the street. Our young people are very good at doubling and tripling up, staying in houses that are abandoned.
And just so if people are unaware of the acronym we use, LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender questioning. Brad, why did you want to start Courage MKE?
We started it, my husband and I are foster parents, and in March we took in a 17-year-old brilliant young lady. In August she moved out on her own in independent living, and we weren't done helping yet, but we weren't sure if we were ready to take in another. We already have 4 at home. So we, sitting on the couch one night, a friend posted on Facebook to say, we need to do more for our youth. And I looked at him and he looked at me and was like, oh no. So the event,
here we go.
The event came up. So what we thought was going to be a small fundraiser at a local bar is now this big, hopefully annual fundraiser that we'll do.
What do you say to someone who, I think a lot of people are nervous about fostering teens or people at that age thinking, well, there's just so many problems. How can we turn it around? What has your experience been like working with teenagers?
We took in a 2-year-old first, and we didn't think we'd ever would, but they called us the night, and they were driving around with her for 6 hours because they couldn't find somewhere for her to go. So we said we'll take her for the weekend. By Sunday, we said we'll keep her, and I have teens of my own, so it was pretty easy to adjust. I never had a teenage girl, but she jumped right in and fit with our family at the time.
Yeah.
And what's going on in our community that we have this large number of homeless teenagers in this population? I mean, clearly it seems like we all need to have more understanding, more acceptance, which I think is a lot better than tolerance. But we need to I think, just as a community, as a population, have more understanding and acceptance, because then these teenagers have a much better chance at having a quality life and becoming productive adults.
Absolutely. I think what we have seen is an increasing amount of young people who disclose and tell their families and friends and loved ones that they are in some way not straight and not heterosexual at a younger age. And that's just really challenging for parents and adults. And so that in itself just brings more risk. The incredible increase in equality that we've experienced in our nation and locally has bolstered young people to say who I am and accept me for who I am. But that's often a hard road. There are still hurdles to overcome in communities, and so our young people and families are stuck, and there's family dynamic issues, there is conflict, and so young people are pushed out of their families.
You've got this great event. It's coming up next Friday, November 6th. What will people experience if they come out?
They'll experience Gregory Patterson from Project Runways hosting our event.
It's wonderful. There he is. That's great that you have him for this.
There's a brilliant silent auction with trips to Mexico, hotel stays, and we have an amazing lineup of female impersonators, one of which is an LGBT youth that wants to try it, so we're letting her come out and put on her dancing shoes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good for you guys. It's going to be great. So it's going on next Friday, November 6th. It's at 6 p.m. at The Point, which is right on Barclay Street. For tickets, you can go to shepherdtickets.com. They're on sale $15 in advance or $20 at the door. That's where you can learn more about Courage, MKE, and Pathfinders for this great event. Thanks, you guys, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you both for your work. Appreciate it. After